It's going to be on April the 30th, 2016, Showtime, on the undercard of Badou Jack versus Lucien Bute. I'm going to talk about that in another video. You're going to have James DeGALE, IBF champion at 168 pounds, defending his title against Rogelio Porky Bat Medina. He's the guy who beat Jalen Love a couple of years ago. Remember when he was making Jalen Love twerk and Jalen Love mom ran up, was like all crazy? Well, anyway, I'm T-Street Controversy. Oh, sorry, Al Heyman. I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. You pissed. I cover every single major fight. What? I cover every single major fight live. Creeping me out. James DeGALE is on a path to take on Badou Jack in a unification fight. James DeGALE beat Lucien Bute, who Badou Jack is fighting. Badou Jack beat Rogelio Porky Bat Medina, who James DeGALE was fighting. They're both fighting on the same card, and both fighters have said that they've expressed interest to fight each other in the future. Now, Badou Jack was supposed to fight Chavez Jr. Chavez Jr. injured. James DeGALE was supposed to fight his mandatory, whose name I keep fucking up. I saw him fight on PBC Toe-to-Toe Tuesdays, and I keep forgetting his name. But he was supposed to be fighting a mandatory right now, and the mandatory got injured. So who is he fighting? He's fighting a fighter who beat Jalen Love and has won 4 straight fights. Now, James DeGALE was going to just beat this dude, you know. Porky Medina, don't get me wrong, even though he got the win over Jalen Love, he's been knocked out before in the past, and he tends to come into fights looking a little soft. So I don't see James DeGALE having any issues with getting past him. James DeGALE right now, in my opinion, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. You know, he had 2 big fights in 2015 with Andre Dirrell and with Lucien Bute. And now you're seeing that he's fighting Rogelio Medina with his next fight being a big fight against likely Badou Jack if he beats Lucien Bute. So it's not like he's fighting, you know, bums. It's not like he's fighting C-level fighters, you know, outside of this one. He's fighting fighters that have some name behind him and also fights that are going to get him 2 bigger fights. And this fight is supposed to be taking place in the United States. So we have another fight where he's not fighting in England. So this is a fighter who's going after being a global champion. And also I like the fact that he's actually trying to unify the division, and he's not just trying to fight guys within his IBF title rankings, even though he's with the strictest sanctioning organization of all the championships. The IBF don't fuck around. If you don't fight your mandatories, they will strip you. Now let's look at the IBF rankings. I keep forgetting how to pronounce this guy's name. Jose Uzcategui? I know I fucked it up, didn't I? Jose Uzcategui. I keep messing his name up. But I'm going to pull up the IBF rankings real quick and show you that, let's see here. By the way, please subscribe, follow me on Twitter. All the links to my social media are right down below in the description box. I'm going to be doing a show on Mondays at about 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. And the reason why I'm going to be doing that, it's going to be about an hour to maybe 2 hours long. The reason why I'm doing that is it's going to be a show that everybody in all time zones can listen to. So it's going to be a Google Hangout type live show type podcast. But I got a lot of big plans finally for the summer. Finally. You know, I had a rough 2015. But yeah, the IBF rankings, Jose Uzcategui. Rogelio Medina, oh, I didn't know he was ranked number 3 by the WBO. I mean, the IBF. You got Patrick Neeson, you got Andre Dirrell, you got Caleb Smith, Jesse Hart, Mohamedi, who fighting Caleb Smith, Jalen Love, Zach Dunn, Tyron somebody, George Groves, George Groves. George Groves is the only person to actually own a win over James DeGALE. And look, he's fell so far losing a Badou Jack in a fight where a lot of people felt he was going to win. And he just hasn't looked good the last couple of years. But, as I said, April the 30th, 2016 is going to be an undercard of Badou Jack versus Lucien Bute. You got James DeGALE versus Rogelio Porky Bat Medina for the IBF championship. And then afterwards, they're supposed to be putting together a fight between Badou Jack and James DeGALE. I wonder if that could be Showtime pay-per-view. I wonder. But anyway, I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.